Okay.
So I do most of my piercings myself because depending on the studio which you go, mostly the price range for the normal look cost you about 50 to 70 cedis. And then with the rook, some are also charging like 100 or 150 cedis. And with the helix and then the forward helix also, people are charging like 100 or 130 cedis. With the surface table, some also are charging 100 plus. And then with the date, which is somehow difficult to do, that one also is about.
Then I can say approximately for just an ear of yours, yes. It's an investment you have there.
It should cost about 1,000 plus, because even if we just say that everyone is costing 100 cedis each, which is more than that, and then I'm having about 37 pieces on one place, it should give you about 3,000
something cedis.
And with this kind of earrings also, they are a bit expensive.
Sure.
So with the nipple earrings, some people charge from 400 cedis.
So you have nipple earrings?
I told you I stopped counting at 70.
So you have them too?
Of course I do. And with my belly, I'm having about 3.
Okay.
And that one cost about, I think, for belly, people are charging, I think, 150 or 250, depending on the studio, like I said. And then I have a demo piercing here.
Okay.
Which also cost about 500 cedis. And I'm like, 500 cedis, I'm not this year. Miamera show, and I'm a koto pani. The jewelry isn't expensive. It's about 100 cedis.
So you did the piercing yourself?
I do my piercing myself. I have.
So it ends on your tummy, right? The piercing.
It doesn't end on my tummy. It ends an unknown place.
Sure. The private parts as well.
I don't want to use that word because they are kids will be watching. So sure. That's why I said yes. Unknown places. Imaginary place.
So what about the tattoos? The cost of the tattoos?
The cost of tattoo shoot, depending on what you want to write. Some of my tattoos were done in Dubai. I did this one in Dubai.
The Roman numeral?
Yes, I did it in Dubai.
Okay.
I was in Dubai. That was 2015. A friend of mine was also there for business, but I was there for pleasure. I'm a cosmetologist, like I said. Most of the time I go there with these tourist African ways, and when I'm coming back, I come back with cosmetics. But then with the Dubai, I went there purposely to go buy this hijab and those jalabia those times. Okay. So then I decided to do this. I think back then it cost me 1,000 dirham, which back then 2015 was about 1,400 Ghana cedis for this writing.
So approximately, if you give a price to the tattoos on the body, your whole body, how much?
It will be 10,000 plus.
More than 10,000, I think. Wow.
Because I have everywhere, even my feet I have here, and here you can see it's written here. I have marked that says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe in faith, and it shall be yours. And at the end of it, I have lotus, and lotus also represents healing, or it represents wisdom. And then I crown it with victory. Whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, victory belongs to God. Understand? So if you check this, my tattoo here also, you have here the name of Jesus. As I was telling you, that the rose here represents Jesus Christ as he being the rose of Sharon.
Wow,
and
amazing.
At my back here, I have Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can see. Here I wrote the King of Kings. Sure. And then you can see a star. If you can see the star, Jesus Christ also represents the bright and morning star.
Sure.
And then if you see in I have a spinal cord that says, have mercy upon me, O Lord, according to your loving kindness. And then here I have the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
I'm just out of words.
No,
it's amazing.
I fear no one.
Sure.
So if my body is a temple of the living God, I just have the words of God.
All on your body.
All over me.
Okay. So what about? Do you get any complications?
You know, everything has side effects.
Sure.
Even the food we eat, even the medications. If you take medication for headache, like paracetamol, it does have side effects. But then so far, whatever I do, especially when I'm doing tattoos, you know, the ink goes through your veins, through your bloodlines and stuff like that. So whenever I have this kind of tattoo, I have an antibiotic I normally take. Whenever I do my tattoos.
Okay. It helps you suppress the risk associated with tattoos.
It helps me suppress the risk associated with skin cancer.
Okay. So let's move on with work life. How do you cope with work life?
Okay, for work life, even before I started tattooing, I had been my own. I've been self-employed. You understand?
Okay, so you have a job on your own.
Yes, I own my business. But then that shouldn't stop people from employing people. You know, this is the problem I normally have with we the blacks. when you want to talk about tattoos or you want to condemn tattoos, they say he who is guilty of one sin is guilty of all. Tattoos start way back. I stand to be corrected.
Yes.
You know,
with
when
our
you go
mothers
to
and
the
grandfathers.
our grandmothers,
Yes.
with their name written, you know, those things
Home address,
started
telephone
when
number.
when the slave
Exactly.
trade started. Now, one thing about the white or one thing about the Western, they come, they take what you have, and then, you know, they beautify it or refurbish it, and then they bring it back to you.
Exactly.
So whoever says tattoo is a sin, I don't see it as a sin. You
Sure.
know, I always believe that whatever you do, the mindset behind what you are doing is what makes it a sin.
Okay.
And it's about time we people start, in this our new generation, it's about time we start thinking out of the box.
Sure.
Because when you go to the Western country, they don't care about what you look like. They care about what you can do.
offer.
You come to Ghana here, you go to be a military or immigration or whatsoever it is, and then even if you have just double piercing, they don't allow you in. But check the Western people who even colonize you. You see doctors with tattoos. You see soldiers with tattoos.
Even pastors with
you
tattoos.
see pastors with tattoos. You see those kind of people that you are trying to ban, but then because of this kind of mentality, we have, excuse me to use the word, we have some people that are not supposed to be sitting in prominent places, because the one who has the talent to do it, you won't give that person the work. So you will see a bunch of sitting in prominent places just because of the way they look.
Like. Okay,
So it's about time you give people work based on what they can offer.
Not what they look like.
Not what they look like.
Okay, so how do you deal with the misconception of people, the misconception people have about you? How do you deal with that?
Take it normal.
It's normal.
Because Jesus Christ cried, everyone is saying, who is Abner Jesse? Whatever you do in life, people will criticize you. So just be yourself. And make sure that whatever you do in the next 10 years, 20 years, you're not going to regret it.
Okay.
For me, the only regret I have right now is that the space I don't have to draw more tattoos. That's my only regret.
Okay, I get you. So you want people to understand that when people see people with tattoos, it should be about the character, not what they look like.
No, I don't judge a book by its
But its cover. Okay.
A whole lot of people do this due to peer pressure and stuff. So I always advise people. People see me and they're like, oh, I like your tattoo. I say, don't do it because you like it.
Okay.
Because maybe what I like in the next 5 years, you see an year of it. But in the next 5 years, you can't clean it. What I've done it permanent. And I believe that this is the only thing that will follow me into my grave one day.
Okay.
Whatever investment I have done, my mom who even brought me into this world will follow me one day.
Okay.
My piercings will go off, but my tattoos is going with me 6 feet to the grave.
Okay.
So this is the only best friend I have.
So last one before we wrap up, is there any chance that you're going to do more tattoos or piercings?
Like I said, the only regret I have is not having space for tattoos. But then whatever I also
But you have your neck.
I'm led by the Spirit.
Okay.
Like I was telling you. You see here, this is my forever grateful. The meaning I promised God, like I was saying when I was sick, that if God grants me a second chance in this world, I'm going to write forever grateful here. And with this infinity sign, it's almost an infinity, but then because it didn't end, this represents, if you read the Bible, it says that the snare is broken, and then we have escaped like the bird from the snare of the fowler. So me, God saving my life out of that death, out of that sickness that human being planned for me, was the snare being broken. And then this verse you are seeing here is my soul being flayed out of the snare of the fowler.
Okay.
So if somebody else just see it and it and then they ask you, what does this mean? You can't explain. But this is my explanation for what I did here.
Okay. Sasha, I think we have to wrap up, but what do ladies with tattoo generally go through when it comes to seeking a spouse?
When it comes to seeking a spouse, it depends on.
So probably if someone wants to do tattoo and want to advise them on them getting married in the near future after they have the tattoos, what is it going to look like?
I'm not going to advise you to do a tattoo, and I'm not going to advise not to do a tattoo because
sure.
Even about fine, you understand? And Daddy Lumba, God rest his soul. There is a song he sings. He said, the open will be a pay and kaya enough from tomorrow. They are opening yet there will be pay. What my husband like is not what somebody else will like. You understand? God knows this is how I am. This is who I have been created to be. He gave me an understanding husband. He gave me somebody who understands me. You won't believe, but I do have some of my tattoos which are in unseen places. And then my husband called the artist to come home to do the tattoos for me.
Amazing.
Because he says like he is blessed to have all in one. because say a kind of area you represent a wife. Say you see a call baby as a area, you can dress as a wife. Me here to send me side chicks, so put to me dressed like my side chicks to me the whoopee. So you are all in one for me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So everybody and their own.
The
so,
preference.
Yeah. So I'm just blessed to have a man who understands this.
And
Just pray that God should give you your own
spouse just like that.
your
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been very educative and entertaining with Sasha in the studios with us today. She said she would not advise you to go do tattoos and piercing, nor will she advise you not to do it. It's your life, it's your choice. But make sure that anytime you do something for yourself, you do not regret in the coming years or coming days or coming weeks. Yeah, this has been the Echo, where every voice matters. Tell a friend to tell another friend. It's Knock TV on YouTube. Like, comment, share. Do not forget to subscribe and click on the bell button to get updated on our uploads. See you next time on our next episode. The name still remains Quay Prince Ajay. I'm out.